Welcome to Heart and Hustle, where love meets mindset. I'm Courtney Ryan, and I'm here to help you level up your heart, your hustle, and your life. Before we dive into today's lesson, I want you to take a moment and really feel this attraction is not about games, it's not about manipulation, and it's not about performing. Attraction is about connection. It's about being present, being aware, and understanding the subtle ways our bodies communicate desire, trust, and comfort. You see, every single touch, every subtle gesture, every glance, they all carry energy, and that energy can either draw someone closer or push them away. So many people overlook the power of touch, but when done with intention, touch becomes a language, a silent way of saying, I see you, I notice you, I appreciate you. And this is not just about fleeting sparks. This is about creating a magnetic presence that people are naturally drawn to. Think about it, the right touch in the right moment can make someone feel more alive, more noticed, more wanted than words ever could. And the most beautiful thing, it's not about physicality alone. It's about emotional resonance. When you touch someone with care, with respect, and with understanding, you're not just triggering attraction, you're creating trust, comfort, and curiosity all at once. Now, I want you to imagine this. Picture the moments when you felt someone's touch in a way that lingered. Maybe it was a hand on your shoulder, a gentle brush of fingers, or a hug that made the world fade away for a second. That feeling, that electricity, that connection, that's what we're going to harness. And while it may sound simple, it's powerful. Because it's not about being aggressive or overwhelming, it's about subtlety, precision, and emotional awareness. Today, I'm going to break down the 3 most impactful places to touch a woman to naturally and respectfully trigger attraction. I'm going to do it in a way that's not manipulative, not shallow, but real. And I'll show you how these touches, when combined with emotional presence and genuine energy, can dramatically elevate the way you connect with women. This is the heart of attraction, understanding what it feels like, not just what it looks like. And by the end of this speech, you're going to see how something as simple as a touch can completely transform the energy between you and someone you're interested in. So let's get into the 6 keynotes that will guide you through this journey of magnetic, respectful connection. 1, the shoulder. How a subtle touch can create immediate comfort. 2, the arm, using light touches to build connection and trust. 3, the lower back, triggering a sense of safety and intimacy. 4, the hands, the most powerful tool for emotional bonding. 15, the hair neck area, gentle gestures that spark curiosity and desire. 16, the face, eye contact and touch combine to deepen emotional attraction. The shoulder is one of those subtle, yet incredibly powerful places to touch a woman, and it's often overlooked. When you place your hand lightly on someone's shoulder, it sends a signal of presence and awareness without being overwhelming or invasive. There's something about the shoulder that communicates stability, support, and attentiveness all at once. It's a space that can carry warmth, comfort, and reassurance in a way that words often fail to convey. Imagine standing next to someone during a conversation and gently resting your hand on their shoulder. The touch is brief, casual, yet it can make her feel like she's seen, like she matters, like the energy between you is attuned. This is the essence of magnetic connection. The shoulder is the perfect place because it's close enough to the core of the body to feel intimate, but far enough from overly sensitive areas that it remains non-threatening. That balance is critical because attraction is built on comfort first, excitement second. If someone feels safe and calm around your energy, their mind and body are naturally more receptive to connection. When you touch the shoulder correctly, it communicates intention without forcing anything. A light touch while sharing a laugh, or offering encouragement or celebrating a small victory, sends a message that you are present in the moment with her. It's about timing and context as much as it is about the touch itself. You don't just place your hand there randomly, you make the gesture meaningful. A hand that lands on the shoulder while you're laughing at a shared joke, or when you're empathizing with her struggles, communicates that you're in tune with her emotions. And emotional attunement is one of the strongest triggers of attraction because it demonstrates that you're not just physically present, but mentally and emotionally aware. Women notice these subtleties even if they can't immediately articulate why they feel drawn to you. It's also important to pay attention to the pressure and duration of the touch. Too light and it may go unnoticed, too firm and it may feel intrusive. The sweet spot is a gentle, deliberate touch that lingers just long enough to signal your awareness and care. Combine this with micro-expressions. A smile, a nod, soft eye contact, and the shoulder touch becomes a full body communication. She will likely feel noticed, appreciated, and subtly drawn toward your energy without even realizing why. It's about creating a micro moment of connection, a tiny spark that can ripple into larger feelings of attraction over time. Another key element is responsiveness. The shoulder is an excellent barometer for understanding her comfort and receptivity. If she leans into the touch, smiles, or engages more deeply in conversation, that's a clear indicator that your energy is being welcomed. If she subtly pulls away, doesn't make eye contact, or seems tense, It's a signal to adjust your approach. This is where emotional intelligence plays a critical role in attraction. It's not about pushing boundaries or testing limits. It's about being attuned and responsive. The shoulder is a nonverbal way of saying, I notice you, I appreciate you, I'm here, and that authenticity is magnetic. Finally, context matters more than people often realize. A shoulder touch in a professional or casual social setting works differently than in a private or intimate moment. You have to be mindful of the environment, her energy, and the rhythm of the interaction. When done right, a shoulder touch can act as a subtle spark, a small gesture that creates emotional resonance and opens the door for deeper connection. It's about presence, attentiveness, and gentle energy, all qualities that naturally trigger attraction in ways words alone cannot. When you understand how to leverage this simple, seemingly mundane touch, you begin to see how micro moments like this build magnetic energy and create a foundation for trust, comfort, and desire. The arm is one of the most underrated places to touch a woman, and yet it's incredibly effective in creating connection and building attraction. When you lightly touch her arm, it communicates awareness, attentiveness, and a sense of ease that goes far beyond words. The arm is exposed enough to be approachable, but it also provides a subtle way to establish intimacy without overstepping boundaries. A gentle touch along the forearm during conversation or brushing it lightly as you gesture towards something you're sharing can create a spark that's deeply felt. It's the kind of touch that feels natural, casual, yet powerful because it merges physical presence with emotional awareness. When someone's arm brushes against yours, or when your hand lands gently on her arm, it's a quiet, nonverbal way of saying, I'm here with you. I see you. I'm present in this moment with you. That sense of presence is magnetic because it shows she's not just another person in the room. She's someone you're attuned to, someone who deserves your full attention. Timing and context are everything when it comes to touching the arm. A light, fleeting touch during a shared laugh can enhance the emotional connection, while a reassuring touch during a moment of vulnerability can build trust and comfort. It's not about randomly touching, it's about creating intention behind every movement. Women are remarkably sensitive to energy, tone, and context, and when a touch is delivered with genuine awareness, it resonates on a deeper level. The arm, unlike other areas, allows for playful and dynamic interaction. You can brush it lightly as you point to something funny, place your hand on it to emphasize a point, or even use it to guide her gently in a shared space. Each of these actions, when done with respect and attentiveness, communicates attraction, interest, and emotional engagement without needing to say a word. Another aspect that makes the arm such a powerful tool is its ability to create a sense of closeness while maintaining comfort. You don't have to invade personal space or make someone feel cornered to create attraction. A subtle touch on the forearm, wrist, or even the upper arm can establish intimacy in a way that feels effortless. The key is sensitivity, noticing her reactions, respecting her boundaries, and letting her comfort guide the interaction. If she leans in slightly or maintains eye contact, that's a sign the energy is being welcomed. If she pulls back or tenses, it's an indicator to recalibrate. This responsiveness is crucial because attraction isn't just about initiating touch, it's about reading and reflecting energy back in a way that makes her feel understood and appreciated. Touching the arm also allows for micro moments of shared excitement and playfulness. A light tap during a joke, a brush of the fingers when emphasizing a point, or even a guiding gesture can create an unspoken rhythm between the two of you. These micro moments are powerful because they build a sense of familiarity, comfort, and subtle desire. Over time, these small gestures accumulate, creating a magnetic presence that naturally draws her toward your energy. The arm becomes a bridge between casual interaction and emotional connection, a place where touch communicates respect, awareness, and attraction simultaneously. It's also important to combine touch with the other elements like tone, expression, and body language. When you touch her arm while smiling, making eye contact, or laughing together, the touch becomes layered with emotion, signaling playfulness, warmth, and attentiveness. These layers of communication amplify the effect of the touch and make the interaction memorable. It's not just about where you touch, it's about how you touch, why you touch, and the energy you bring to that moment. A well-timed touch on the arm can create sparks of attraction, build comfort, and deepen emotional resonance all at once. Forming the foundation for deeper connection, trust, and magnetic presence, the lower back is one of the most intimate and powerful places to touch a woman, and yet it carries a subtlety that makes it incredibly effective when approached with respect and awareness. A gentle touch on the lower back communicates support, attentiveness, and trust in a way that is both magnetic and deeply felt. It's a space that naturally invites closeness without being intrusive, and it can create a sense of safety and emotional connection that few other gestures can achieve. When you lightly place your hand on her lower back as you guide her through a crowded space, or as a part of a casual, supportive gesture, it signals that you are present and attuned to her in the moment. That presence, when conveyed with sincerity, is often interpreted as emotional strength and attentiveness, qualities that naturally trigger attraction and interest. The lower back is unique because it allows for connection that feels intimate but not overwhelming, creating a space where emotional and physical energy can align without pressure or expectation. Timing, context, and energy are critical when using this area as a touch point. A well-timed hand on the lower back can make a woman feel seen and appreciated, especially when paired with a smile, eye contact, or gentle verbal affirmation. It's not about making a grand gesture or forcing attention, it's about creating subtle, intentional micro moments of connection that leave a lasting impression. Women are highly sensitive to intention, and when a touch is delivered with genuine care, it resonates far more than any words could. The lower back touch communicates presence, attentiveness, and unspoken encouragement. It says, "I notice you, I'm here, and I respect your space while being present with you." That combination of care, respect, and energy is magnetic because it allows her to feel comfortable, confident, and subtly intrigued. This area is also a barometer for emotional receptivity. How she responds to a touch on the lower back can give insight into her comfort level and engagement. If she leans in slightly or continues the conversation with warmth and openness, it's a sign that the energy is being reciprocated. If she steps back or tenses, it's an indicator to recalibrate and respect her boundaries. This awareness is key because attraction is never about forcing a connection. It's about reading energy, responding with sensitivity, and creating moments that feel natural and comfortable. A touch on the lower back is effective because it blends closeness with nonverbal communication. It subtly conveys care and attention while respecting personal boundaries, which builds both comfort and desire over time. Another reason the lower back is so effective is that it's associated with subtle protection and guidance. Guiding someone through a doorway, helping her navigate a crowded area, or offering support as she moves signals attentiveness and thoughtfulness. These gestures are often remembered because they are simple yet emotionally resonant. Women notice when someone is attuned to the space around them and aware of their comfort, and a light hand on the lower back is a physical manifestation of that awareness. It's a gesture that combines practicality, sensitivity, and a hint of intimacy, creating a layered form of communication that speaks directly to emotional resonance. Additionally, the lower back is particularly effective because it connects to posture and energy. When you touch this area, even subtly, it can convey confidence and calm authority, qualities that are inherently attractive. It signals that you are grounded, aware, and emotionally present, all while respecting her personal space. The subtlety of this gesture makes it one of the most potent forms of nonverbal communication in attraction because it blends trust, comfort, and gentle intimacy. In essence, the lower back becomes a place where your physical awareness and emotional presence converge, creating a magnetic field of connection that can make someone feel valued, understood, and drawn toward your energy naturally. The beauty of this touch lies in its balance. It's intimate enough to trigger emotional resonance, yet respectful enough to maintain comfort. It demonstrates attentiveness, support, and awareness in a way that is subtle, elegant, and deeply impactful, and it has the power to transform a casual interaction into a moment of memorable connection. The hands are perhaps the most powerful tool when it comes to creating emotional bonding and attraction. A simple touch of the hands carries an incredible amount of meaning because it combines physical contact with vulnerability, connection, and attention. When you gently hold, brush, or guide someone's hand, it sends a message that goes far beyond words. It says, "I see you, I respect you, and I'm here with you." Hands are intimate in a way that's deeply human. They are the conduits of touch, expression, and energy, and they carry a resonance that can instantly create warmth, trust, and curiosity. Think about the moments when someone's touch lingers just slightly on your hand. There's an unspoken energy exchange that happens in those seconds, a subtle but powerful recognition of presence, attentiveness, and shared emotional space. That is a kind of connection that builds attraction naturally and profoundly. The beauty of using the hands is in the versatility. A light, intentional touch while making a point, a gentle brush when laughing at a shared joke, or holding her hand for a brief moment during a meaningful moment can communicate more than pages of conversation ever could. The energy of the touch is what matters, not just the physical contact. A hand conveys warmth, openness, and attentiveness in a way that triggers emotional receptivity. Women are wired to notice subtleties, and when a hand is offered with genuine presence, it creates a ripple effect in the mind and body, fostering feelings of safety, comfort, and intrigue. It's not about clinging or overextending. It's about delicate, intentional touch that communicates connection and attentiveness in the simplest yet most profound way. Timing is crucial when it comes to touching the hands. The perfect moment might be during shared laughter, when celebrating a small victory, or even during a conversation where emotional resonance peaks. A hand that rests lightly on hers or touches hers as part of a natural gesture conveys interest without pressure. It communicates attentiveness and care while allowing space for reciprocity. One of the reasons hands are so effective is because they naturally invite response. A gentle touch can be met with a smile, a glance, or a return gesture, creating a subtle dance of energy and connection. That back and forth, when done with awareness and respect, fosters intimacy and attraction in ways that feel effortless and natural. Hands are also deeply tied to vulnerability. When you allow someone to feel your touch through the hands, it signals trust and emotional availability. It creates a channel for nonverbal communication that is deeply personal. Women can sense when touch is authentic versus performative, and the hands are a perfect medium for genuine expression. A soft, intentional brush of the hand or a brief hold communicates presence and attentiveness, and when combined with eye contact and a sincere smile, the effect is amplified. It is a tactile way of showing that you are attuned to her energy and that you value the connection being created. Another layer of power in using the hands is in guiding or connecting through shared experiences. Offering your hand when navigating steps, holding it briefly during a walk, or lightly brushing it to emphasize a point all carry messages of attentiveness and subtle intimacy. Each gesture communicates presence, respect, and emotional alignment. Over time, these micro moments accumulate into a strong sense of comfort, familiarity, and attraction. The hands, when used thoughtfully, become a bridge between casual interaction and deeper emotional resonance, creating a magnetic energy that draws someone closer while maintaining respect and authenticity. The hands are a mirror of presence, attentiveness, and emotional intelligence. Every touch, however fleeting, carries weight and significance because it signals connection, care, and energy alignment. When a woman senses that a touch is intentional and comes from a place of genuine presence, it fosters feelings of comfort, trust, and curiosity simultaneously. The energy communicated through hands is subtle, yet it can create an unforgettable impression that lingers in the mind and heart. The hair and neck area is one of the most intimate and delicate places to touch a woman, and when approached with respect and awareness, it can trigger a profound sense of attraction. This area is particularly sensitive because it carries both physical and emotional resonance. A gentle brush of hair from the face, a soft touch on the nape of the neck, or even a subtle gesture that draws attention to her features communicates care, attentiveness, and emotional awareness. The energy behind the touch is what matters most. When done with intention and genuine presence, these small gestures can create sparks of curiosity and desire that feel both natural and compelling. The hair and neck are areas that carry vulnerability, and a light touch signals trust, safety, and emotional attentiveness. It's a way of saying, without words, that you notice the subtleties of her energy and that you're present in the moment with her. One of the reasons the hair and neck are so powerful is because they are inherently connected to sensuality and confidence. Women often notice these gestures on a deeper level, even if they cannot immediately articulate why they feel drawn to them. When someone touches their hair lightly or places a hand gently on the back of their neck, it creates an emotional resonance that goes beyond physical attraction. It communicates that you're engaged, aware, and attentive to her energy, and that your presence is supportive rather than overwhelming. The sensitivity of this area means that even the slightest gesture can have an outsized impact, creating a sense of closeness, curiosity, and subtle excitement. Timing and context are essential. A hair touch during a shared laugh, a brief hand resting on the neck while listening intently, or a light brush as part of a natural gesture all communicate presence and emotional attunement. It's not about overstepping boundaries or creating discomfort. It's about layering physical awareness with emotional intelligence. Women are highly attuned to energy and intention, and when these touches are delivered with authenticity, they amplify attraction and connection. The hair and neck become more than just physical points. They transform into conduits for emotional exchange, subtle communication, and magnetic energy. Another key element is the combination of touch with micro expressions and verbal cues. A gentle brush of hair while maintaining eye contact, a soft touch on the neck accompanied by a reassuring smile, or a playful gesture paired with laughter enhances the emotional impact of the touch. It creates a multi-layered interaction that communicates attentiveness, care, and subtle intrigue simultaneously. These moments, while seemingly small, accumulate into a larger sense of attraction because they are rich in emotional content. The hair and neck, when engaged thoughtfully, create an intimate space that fosters comfort, curiosity, and connection in ways that feel effortless and natural. The hair and neck area also serves as a barometer for receptivity. How she responds to these gestures reveals her comfort level and emotional openness. A subtle lean toward the touch, a smile, or a continuation of engagement signals that your energy is being welcomed. Conversely, a pullback or tension indicates the need to adjust, giving you feedback to ensure the interaction remains respectful and attuned. This responsiveness is crucial because attraction is not about forcing connection. It is about reading cues, aligning energy, and creating moments that feel mutually comfortable and engaging. Finally, the hair and neck touch is effective because it blends subtle sensuality with emotional presence. It is not about creating overt sexual tension, it is about connecting through awareness, energy, and attentiveness. When a woman senses that a touch comes from a genuine, present, and caring place, It fosters feelings of trust, curiosity, and magnetic attraction simultaneously. It's a delicate balance of intimacy and respect, and mastering it requires awareness, emotional intelligence, and confidence in your presence. By understanding how to use this subtle form of touch effectively, you can cultivate deeper connections, evoke genuine interest, and create moments of attraction that feel organic, profound, and memorable. The face is perhaps the most powerful and intimate place to touch a woman, and when combined with eye contact, it creates a connection that resonates on a deeply emotional level. A gentle touch on the cheek, a soft brush of the jawline, or even a light gesture near the temple can convey warmth, attentiveness, an emotional presence in ways that words alone rarely achieve. The face is a window into emotion, and by engaging with it respectfully and attentively, you communicate care, focus, and interest. When a woman senses that your attention is fully on her, that your energy is aligned with hers, the combination of eye contact and subtle touch creates a magnetic presence that is hard to resist. It is not about overwhelming her or forcing intimacy. It is about creating a moment where she feels truly seen, truly noticed, and genuinely appreciated. One of the reasons the face is so impactful is because it is directly tied to emotional vulnerability. When you touch someone's face, even lightly, it signals trust and attentiveness. Women notice the subtle cues in energy, intention, and presence, and when a gesture comes from a place of authenticity, it amplifies attraction exponentially. The face is also connected to eye contact, which itself is a powerful tool for connection. When you touch the face while maintaining soft, attentive eye contact, it creates a resonance that speaks to emotional depth, curiosity, and subtle desire. It communicates that your presence is intentional, your energy is focused, and that you are fully engaged in the interaction. These elements combined, touch and gaze, foster a sense of closeness, connection, and intrigue that is both memorable and magnetic. Timing and context are crucial when touching the face. A gentle touch during a moment of laughter, a soft brush when offering comfort, or a subtle gesture paired with meaningful conversation enhances the emotional impact of the interaction. It is not about performing or overdoing. It is about creating a moment where your presence and attentiveness are palpable. Women are highly sensitive to authenticity, and when a touch is delivered with genuine care and awareness, it communicates a level of emotional intelligence and attentiveness that naturally draws them closer. The face, when approached respectfully, becomes a canvas for connection, signaling interest, warmth, and emotional availability all at once. Another important aspect of using the face in creating attraction is combining it with micro expressions and verbal cues. A light touch accompanied by a smile, a gentle word of encouragement, or soft laughter layers the emotional energy of the interaction. These gestures create a multi-dimensional connection that resonates far more deeply than a single touch alone. The face is particularly effective because it allows for subtlety and nuance. A brief, gentle gesture can communicate attentiveness, care, and emotional engagement simultaneously. It fosters a sense of intimacy that feels natural and respectful, while also creating curiosity and attraction. The face is also an excellent barometer for receptivity. How she responds to a touch near her face or to the alignment of touch and gaze indicates her comfort level and openness. Positive responses, such as leaning in, smiling, or maintaining engagement, signal that your energy is being welcomed and that the interaction is resonating. Conversely, subtle signs of tension or withdrawal indicate the need to adjust and maintain respect for her personal boundaries. This responsiveness is critical because attraction is built on attentiveness, energy alignment, and respect for personal space. A touch that is mindful, paired with eye contact and emotional awareness, creates a sense of connection that is both compelling and safe. Finally, touching the face while maintaining eye contact is one of the most profound ways to create an emotional bond and trigger attraction. It combines vulnerability, attentiveness, and presence in a way that feels intimate without being aggressive. Women sense authenticity in these moments, and when a touch comes from a place of genuine care and engagement, it fosters feelings of trust, curiosity, and magnetic attraction. The face becomes a portal for emotional connection, a space where subtlety, energy, and attention converge to create moments that are unforgettable, resonant, and deeply engaging.